Hello, I'm Haxie, and you're watching Haxie Flies.
Archer 0 Lim Limmer, you need to run up there at the end.
Negative, we'll be going here in just a minute.
Roger, just call it tower 121.3 when you're ready for departure.
Roger, we'll call tower, thank you.
Today my instructor has taken me out to the Class Bravo airspace around St. Louis, which should be fun. But he has a trick up his sleeve. He's not going to let me use GPS. Instead, I'm going to have to use references across the ground and the charts to try and figure out where the plane is, even when we're really close to the Class Bravo airspace, which if I fly into without permission, I could get in some serious trouble. So it'll be a challenging flight to be sure.
There's the logbook. And let's see. Before takeoff, we got all that. Oh, preventer failure. So even with the tailwind, I'm still expecting rotating at 1,000 feet, 1,000 foot markers. Anything happens before that will abort the takeoff. After rotation, if there's runway in front of us, we'll land back down on the runway. If not, then it's 30 degrees plus or minus. I think there's more fields off to the right, so we'll look on for that. 1,000 feet AGL, we can attempt a turn back to the runway. All good?
Okay. Alright, bye.
Okay. That's all good. So, take off. Ow! First. Oh, you okay?
Shut. Go ahead, you keep going, I'll get it.
Okay. Check the top. The top one's latched.
I got it, yeah.
Top one's latched. Or is it not?
Nope, it's open. Okay.
Okay. Very good. Springfield Tower, Archer 20 Lima Lima, holding short runway 22, ready for departure.
Archer 20 Lim Limmer, Springfield Tower, wind calm runway 22, cleared for takeoff, on course.
On course, runway 22, clear for takeoff, 20 Lima Lima.
Helicopter 5 uniform kilo, I have traffic departing runway 22. They're going to be on a runway heading, and it's an Archer.
Got it. We'll keep an eye on them. 256.
Temperatures, pressures, check final. You're clear. Clear for final, clear down the runway. Mark the time. Lights are on. Carb heat mixture, everything looks good. We'll just line up for the runway. I think the
Tower, helicopter 438 Alpha Echo, just listening out of St. John's, request inbound for Bravo ramp.
Helicopter 438 Alpha Echo, Springfield Tower, airport wind calm, altimeter tree 009, departure from the hospital, landing at Bravo ramp, is that your interest?
flying takeoff tower.
3009, and copy all, helicopter 8 Alpha Echo.
Helicopter 5 uniform kilo, I have a question for you if you got a second.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Helicopter 5 uniform kilo, so are you doing spraying for fields and stuff?
A little slower than usual. There's 60 rotating.
Helicopter 5 uniform kilo, roger. Normally, when does that start and when does that end seasonally? I'm not from Illinois.
Seasonally, it begins end of June.
Sorry, that's really loud. You got various traffic right there. You got that. No. Above the horizon? Oh yeah, I can see it now. Okay.
Roger, I've seen even a couple others here pretty consistently around the area, and I was just curious about that. Yeah, no worries. I always make sure I get all close to the tower just to give you guys a high five on the way back. Roger, thanks, sir. No worries.
Archer 0 Lima Lima, say altitude.
1,000 feet.
Roger. Helicopter 8 Alpha Echo traffic, just departed runway 22, it's an Archer, about a half mile for departure.
Yeah, I don't know why when he's talking to us it's not very quiet. But when he talks to another aircraft it's loud.
Okay, lights are off. Climb checklist. Flaps are down. Trim is set. VXYY en route 87. And we will set the fuel pump. Over departure. See ya. 20 Lima Lima. Oh, come on.
Helicopter RG3. November 30, Springfield Tower. R3 W ramp with November, like.
I lost them.
What's that?
Black helicopter is hard to see.
Yeah.
St. Louis departure, Archer 20 Lima Lima, departing Springfield, 2,000 feet, climbing 4,500 feet.
So you can lower the nose and stop your climb to look for them. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, go ahead and just stop your climb. If you're unsure,
Yeah, I think
You
at this
would-
point though, I'd just rather keep climbing because
yeah, that's fine. Or you can just veer to the left, veer to the right. He's going to the right, so I'd probably veer to the left if you wanted to just...
bless you.
Excuse me.
St. Louis departure, Archer 20 Lima Lima, departing Springfield, 2,500 feet, climbing 4,500 feet.
20 Lima Lima, St. Louis approach, resume navigation.
On navigation.
On navigation, 20 Lima Lima. Alright, so I'm going to more or less keep 210, I think it was like 213.
This is pretty much the extent of most of the video. I'm looking at my tablet and the map to try and cross-reference features that I'm seeing out the window. Not all of the features on the map are shown that could possibly be shown. It's fine.
Okay, but that's Highway 72, which is there, so I'm probably right about here somewhere.
Either way, probably not that interesting to look at, so I'm going to fast forward to the interesting bits. So what I didn't tell you is that before we took off from Springfield, we had requested flight following. If you're not aware, you can ask ATC for a service called flight following, and it is kind of like what it sounds. They will follow you as you fly around. They'll provide things like traffic separation and alerts and things like that. You tell them where you're going, and if you look like you're going not where you said you were going, in other words, if you're lost, then they can call you up, and if they lose radar contact, they'll call you up. So it's basically just an extra pair of eyes while you're up in the sky, which is always a nice thing to do.
Go ahead and check in with St. Louis approach.
St. Louis approach, Archer 20 Lima Lima, checking in.
20 Lima Lima, St. Louis approach, wait anything advise and have Romeo is Spirit.
Roger, will advise when we have Romeo, 20 Lima Lima.
So whenever you check in with ATC, you always want to check in with altitude.
Okay.
But what happens periodically with flight following is you go out of radio range and radar range for any particular ATC station. So when you do that, they do a handoff. They will tell you to contact another ATC, give you a frequency, you switch to the other frequency, and then they just kind of pick up from there. So now after switching to the new frequency and making contact, they've asked for me to get information Romeo. For whatever reason, it's probably because we're too far away, the transmission keeps on getting cut out, so I have to listen to it a couple times.
024, visibility 10. Sky clear below 2000.
So what is Information Romeo, and what am I listening to? This frequency that I've tuned to is called ATIS, the Automated Terminal Information Service.
Range 0.6 nautical miles northeast Spirit Airport, 150 feet AGL. ILS runway 8 right, out of service. Advise I should contact you for Information Romeo. Spirit Tower Information Romeo 23540. Wind 0204, visibility 10. Sky clear below 2000. Temperature 24, dew point 16.
It's essentially a repeating message containing information that's important for everybody flying in the area, and will always start out with weather.
Spirit Airport, 150 feet AGL. ILS runway 8 right, out of service. Advise I should contact you for Information Romeo. Spirit Tower Information Romeo 23540. Wind 0204, visibility 10. Sky clear below 2000. Temperature 24, dew point 16, altimeter 3007. Visual approach runway 8 right news, line firm runway 8 right and 8 left. That's their mission. The north practice area is closed. Range 0.6 nautical miles.
This information, especially since it contains weather, will change about every hour, and every hour they assign that particular message a letter of the alphabet. So Romeo happens to be the letter that they've assigned for this particular hour. If we stayed in the area for a while, the next message that they record would then be Information Sierra. This is the easy way for the tower to know that we have the most updated information, and they don't have to repeat that over much more busy frequencies.
Not a whole lot to look at in this lake.
Not really.
Although, what are you looking at?
There's supposed to be power, or no, that's a lake. That's a creek. I was gonna try and look for that creek.
There should be power lines coming in down here.
Oh, I can see the creek. Okay.
Yeah, that's your limiting features. You stay north of that until you get closer to Jerseyville. You'll be alright. Eventually you're gonna cross it right here, but otherwise it's gonna stay on your left-hand side. And so when you're ready, you can call St. Louis Approach and let them know you have Romeo. Or was it Romeo?
Yeah, Romeo.
Check 334. Contact Spirit Tower 124.75. Good night. Delta 58 Charlie, flighting 230.
St. Louis Approach Archer 20 Lima Lima has Romeo.
Not much else going on, so we'll just fast forward to the next interesting bit. Here we're getting pretty close to approaching the Bravo airspace. They haven't cleared us in, so we're going to have to fly around. Not going to get into the intricate details, but it involves deviating from course but also lowering our altitude. So that's what you're seeing happen here.
aircraft down there, one about half a mile southwest of St. Charles, and the other one's about 3 miles southwest of St. Charles.
Okay, so when he clears this over to tower, what do you expect tower's going to do for you? Or what are they going to tell you?
I don't know. I'll
They're going to
land.
tell you to, okay.
6 Alpha Echo traffic, no factor, change to advisory frequency of
And
3.
what,
Good night.
if he tells you 8 left, what is he probably going to tell you to set up for? A straight in?
05 Quebec, say request altitude.
Up base or down?
05 Quebec.
Could be base or downwind, right traffic.
05 Quebec.
Okay. Left traffic.
No, that's right, left traffic.
Okay.
We're coming in from the north.
71, descend to maintain 3000, Lambert Airport, 10 o'clock, 10 miles. 3771, clear visual approach, 230 right, maintain 170 knots or greater until about mile pound.
It sounds busy, but I don't see any other traffic.
Skylab 56, falling to southwest out there at about 1 o'clock and 5 miles, turn at final 4000.
You let them know we have, well, do you have the airport in sight, you think?
No.
Airport's right off the nose.
Is it?
Yep.
That's Spirit.
That's Spirit way out there off the nose. But you can go ahead and let them know you have Spirit in sight. That way we can, start talking.
Approach 230 right. Southwest 3771, contact tower 120.05. Bye-bye.
St. Louis approach, Archer 20 Lima Lima, airport in sight. Oh shoot, I stepped on something.
That's okay.
Lima Lima, contact Spirit tower 124.75. Good night.
Over to tower, good night, 20 Lima Lima. Spirit Tower, Archer 20 Lima Lima.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, Spirit tower.
Spirit Tower, Archer 20 Lima Lima, inbound, full stop. We're stopping at Signature.
Archer 20 Lima Lima, enter a left base runway 8 right.
Left base for 8 right, 20 Lima Lima.
Okay. Just real quick. Actually, I'll take a picture of this and talk about it on the deck. Okay, just do what you need to. Okay.
Alright, set checklist. Throttle, airspeed, mixture, rich, curb heat on, required fuel selector, we just did, seat back, seat belts, fuel pump on. And we'll get flaps when we get up there. You said he had the airport in sight. I thought that was it, but I'm not seeing.
It's right off the nose. You'll start seeing it as it comes in.
Okay.
You can actually start coming to the right a little bit.
And it's 1,500 feet is traffic pattern.
Okay.
Pattern altitude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't see the runways yet, so.
Well, they're going like that direction, right? 8 is going, if you look right here, 8 is going off that direction. So it's kind of hard because there's one runway and then buildings and another runway. So the buildings block one of the runways, but there's a lot of commercial development blocking the other runway.
Did he say, he said 08 right, 08.
Runway 8 right, to the left.
Runway 8 right, clear to Berlin, 20 Lima Lima. Okay, there we go.
What was your oh no? Why did you say oh no?
I didn't know if it was left or right.
Oh, yeah, you said right. Which is what we anticipated because we want to go to Signature. Yep. So you gotta like it when the plane comes together.
Don't see any other traffic. Curb on, mixture. I don't see the runway yet, so I don't know about flaps. Oh, we still need to drop a couple hundred feet. Airspeed looks good. I trust that's it, but it looks
Yeah.
really similar to where
So you're right where you're supposed to be.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Flaps 1. Yeah, I see it now. Mixture, fill pump, flaps, gears down. Oh, that felt a little rough.
That's the flaps?
Yeah, like it just ground against something.
Oh.
Still looking for traffic.
Looking good, Jay.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Yeah, I'm a little low. I kind of knew that back out there, but
You got red and white.
still feels a little low.
It does feel low, but the lights tell you you're looking good.
Yeah, that feels really stiff.
Huh.
Gonna land a little long. That's okay.
Very nice landing.
Thank you.
Nice and smooth, comfortable.
Zero Lima Lima, left turn Alpha 5, taxi signature via Alpha with me.
Left on 5. 20 Lima Lima. I'll have him repeat what he said.
Alpha 5. Alpha with him. That's fine.
Thanks for joining me on this cross-country trip without GPS into some pretty busy airspace. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I'm Haxie. You've been watching Haxie Flies. See you next time.